Even though it's out of sight, the back of the fridge should be cleaned regularly. Most models today have wheels, and removing the refrigerator is as simple as pulling straight out. But be especially careful when pulling the refrigerator out if yours is attached to a water line that feeds the ice maker. If possible, start by pulling just enough to see how much slack in the water line you have to work with. Pulling too hard, too fast, can cause the water line to break off, leading to flooding and water damage in the kitchen. Once you've successfully pulled out the refrigerator, unplug it and begin vacuuming the surface panels. To remove the panels, it will take a correctly sized socket driver. Be sure that as you take each of these screws out, to place them in a safe place so that you can find them later. Trust me, there's a lot of them on the back of this fridge and you don't want to lose any of them. Now, keeping this area free of lint and debris is important because the refrigerator circulates air in here. Now, this cylindrical component is called the condenser. This is where refrigerant is condensed in a process that creates the cool air that circulates inside the refrigerator and freezer. When it's covered in lint and debris like this, it has to work harder to function properly. Use a flexible brush and a vacuum to remove as much lint and debris as possible. Be persistent, but gentle, so that you don't damage any of the electronics and the machinery inside. While you're at it, make sure the wall behind the refrigerator is also free of dust and lint, so it won't get sucked in when you replace the refrigerator and turn it back on. Now, ideally, your water line should have a coil in it, so that when the refrigerator is pushed back, it will coil safely upon itself without risk of kinks that could lead to breaks in the line. Plug the refrigerator back in and carefully push it part way in. Check behind again to assure that the water line and the power cord are in good position, then make the final push. Make sure there's at least a half an inch behind the refrigerator to allow for necessary airflow.